Is Dak Prescott about to silence his critics once and for all? Stephen A. Smith just dropped a bombshell prediction about the Cowboys-Lions showdown that's got everyone talking. You won't believe who he's backing to dominate this game. Stick around, because we're diving deep into this hot take that could change how you view both quarterbacks. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a diehard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. Today, we're diving into a hot topic that's got everyone talking: the upcoming showdown between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. But this isn't just any game. We've got some bold predictions coming from none other than the outspoken Stephen A. Smith. So buckle up, because we're about to break down why Smith thinks Dak Prescott will outshine Jared Goff in this crucial matchup. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of Smith's prediction, let's set the stage for this game. The Cowboys and Lions are both teams with a lot to prove this season. Dallas, as always, is under intense scrutiny. They're the team America loves to hate, and every game feels like a referendum on their status as America's team. The Lions, on the other hand, are the scrappy underdogs, fighting to prove they belong in the conversation with the NFL's elite. Stephen A. Smith, never one to shy away from a controversial take, has thrown gasoline on the fire of this matchup. He's gone on record saying that Dak Prescott will outplay Jared Goff. Now, that might not seem like the hottest of takes at first glance, but let's dig deeper into why this prediction is raising eyebrows across the league. First, let's talk about Dak Prescott. The Cowboys quarterback has been on a roller coaster ride of public opinion throughout his career. 1 minute, he's being hailed as the future of the franchise. The next, he's being blamed for every Cowboys shortcoming. This season, Prescott has shown flashes of brilliance, but he's also had his fair share of head-scratching moments. His ability to perform under pressure has been questioned, especially in big games. On the other side, we have Jared Goff. The former first overall pick has found new life in Detroit after being traded from the Los Angeles Rams. Many thought Goff's best days were behind him, but he's been silencing critics left and right with his play for the Lions. He's shown poise, accuracy, and an ability to lead that some thought he'd lost. The Lions' offense has been humming, and Goff is a big reason why. So why does Stephen A. Smith think Prescott will outplay Goff? Well, it comes down to a few factors. First, there's the supporting cast. The Cowboys boast one of the most talented offenses in the league. With weapons like CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard, and a solid offensive line, Prescott has all the tools he needs to succeed. Smith argues that this gives Dak a significant advantage over Goff. But it's not just about the talent around them. Smith points to Prescott's experience in high-pressure situations. Say what you will about the Cowboys, but they're always in the spotlight. Every game is a big game when you're wearing the star. Prescott has been through the fire, and Smith believes this experience will give him an edge when the lights are brightest. However, we can't ignore the fact that Goff has been to a Super Bowl. He's played in plenty of big games himself, and he's shown this season that he's more than capable of rising to the occasion. The Lions might not have the same national profile as the Cowboys, but make no mistake, this is a team on the rise, and Goff is leading the charge. Now, let's talk about the defenses these quarterbacks will be facing. The Cowboys' defense, led by Micah Parsons, has been nothing short of dominant at times this season. They have the ability to make life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. Smith argues that this will put extra pressure on Goff, potentially forcing him into mistakes. The Lions' defense, while improved, hasn't been quite as fearsome. This could give Prescott more time in the pocket and more opportunities to make plays downfield. It's a factor that can't be overlooked when considering Smith's prediction. But here's where things get interesting. Smith's prediction isn't just about stats or physical abilities. He's talking about the intangibles, the leadership, the clutch factor, the ability to make plays when it matters most. This is where the debate really heats up. Prescott has been criticized in the past for coming up short in big moments. Fair or not, there's a perception that he hasn't been able to get it done when it matters most. This game presents an opportunity for him to change that narrative. If he can outplay Goff and lead the Cowboys to a victory, it could be a turning point in how he's perceived around the league. Goff, on the other hand, is playing with house money. The expectations for the Lions were relatively low coming into the season, but they've exceeded them at every turn. Goff has been a big part of that success, and he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. He's out to prove that he's not just a system quarterback, but a true franchise leader. One factor that Smith doesn't mention, but that we need to consider, is the coaching matchup. Dan Campbell has the Lions playing inspired football. His aggressive, never-say-die attitude has permeated the entire organization. On the other side, Mike McCarthy has faced his fair share of criticism for his game management and decision-making. Could this be a factor that tips the scales in Goff's favor? Another aspect to consider is the home field advantage. If this game is in Dallas, the crowd noise and atmosphere could play into Prescott's hands. The energy at a TNT stadium can be electric, and it might give Doc that extra boost he needs to outshine Goff. Conversely, if the game is in Detroit, the Lions faithful will be eager to make life difficult for Prescott and give Goff all the support he needs. Let's not forget about the running game. Both teams have potent ground attacks that could take pressure off their quarterbacks. For the Cowboys, Tony Pollard has been a dynamic presence in the backfield. His ability to break big plays keeps defenses honest and opens up opportunities in the passing game. The Lions counter with a solid 1-2 punch of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. If either team can establish the run early, it could set the tone for their quarterback's success. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. But what about the offensive lines? Great point. The battle in the trenches could very well determine which quarterback has the better day. Dallas has long been known for their strong offensive line, but injuries have been a concern this season. The Lions' O-line has been a pleasant surprise, giving Goff time to operate and opening holes for the running game. If one line can dominate, it could give their quarterback a significant edge. We also need to talk about the mental aspect of this matchup. Both Prescott and Goff have faced their share of criticism and doubt throughout their careers. How they handle the pressure of this game could be the deciding factor. Prescott has the weight of the Cowboys' expectations on his shoulders, while Goff is trying to prove that his resurgence in Detroit is no fluke. Which quarterback will rise to the occasion and silence their doubters? Stephen A. Smith's prediction has certainly stirred up debate among fans and analysts alike. Some see it as a no-brainer, pointing to Prescott's career achievements and the talent around him. Others view it as disrespectful to Goff, who has been playing some of the best football of his career. And remember, whether you agree with Smith's take or not, this is why we love football. It's not just about what happens on the field, it's about the storylines, the debates, and the passion that surrounds every game. No matter what happens, we're in for a treat when these two teams face off.